It made it. Rochester, New York. Finally here. Flight got canceled yesterday, missed the practice round, but we're finally here playing the Monroe Invitational in Rochester, New York. Played it last year, missed the cut, so we're going to have a bunch of tournament golfing the next few days. Round one today in about an hour, so just got to the golf course. Next time you see me, we'll be on the first tee, but we're going to be in a race for 100,000 subscribers. So this year, I really want to reach it. It's my goal. I think doing more long film content, you can kind of see, who I am behind the scenes and kind of what I'm up to. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go get after it today. I think last year that winner was at 9 under par for 4 rounds. So let's try to get to that number. If not, we're just gonna go out here and have fun and see what we can do. So next time you see you, be on N1, and let's go play some golf.
Next on the tee, Evan Thompson, Kennesaw State University.
Welcome back to the channel. This one's gonna be good. First time I'm ever doing this today. A little voiceover from a tournament round. This is the Monroe Invitational in Rochester, New York, and I am super excited to play this tournament and kind of document every single round with you guys. Big shout out to the Monroe Invitational and the tournament committee for having me up here this week. Super excited. We're playing against some of the best amateur golfers in the world. So we're gonna start off here at hole 1. It's a straightaway par 4. Pulled that tee shot in the left rough and had about 100 yards or so in. Got it to the middle of the green, and these greens were probably rolling about 13 to 14. So I really just had to delicately get that one down the hill and tap in for the par. So if you guys didn't know, this is right before the USAM final qualifier. Or actually after, right after the final qualifier. So I was extremely grateful for a lot of you guys that came up to me and congratulated me. If you guys are watching this video, I sincerely appreciate it. But we got hole number 2 here, par 4 straight away again. That's about 420. I hit driver to left side of the fairway and had about 115 yards. And this is the first time I've ever seen this happen on the golf course. Somebody in the group ahead actually jarred it in the hole, and they actually had to put the hole back together in order to continue play because it would be unfair to the groups behind. And it's kind of like artwork in a lot of ways. They're actually trying to get it absolutely perfect before any other groups, go into that hole. And I'm super just thankful and blessed to see that in person. And the grounds crew here, what an absolute amazing job they did this week. And that right there is how you save a par. Blew it by about 12 feet, and that was a really quick first putt, but we got the par to go even through 2. So super big shout out to the superintendent. That was pretty cool to watch that firsthand. But hole number 3 here, it's about, I don't know, they play this about a par 5 and when the members play this, but they moved it up to a par 4 for us. Par 4, 480 yards. I hit 3-wood off the tee, 9-iron to about 20 feet, and almost got that one to roll in. This pin was a red light pin. Did not want to go here. So we're going to tap in here for the par and stuck it in that right side, and we continue at even par through 3. Here we go. Hole number 4. This one's a great hole. Fits me perfectly. Rain started to actually come down. Rochester giving a little bit of Florida vibes with it being super sunny off the start and now being rainy. But we pulled this one in the left rough once again, and we have about 20 feet. Great approach shot, 130 yards out. This one was more like 35 feet. It kind of spun a little right off the hill, and we tapped this in to get to even through 4. Right now, tournament golf, this is kind of when the jitters kind of wear off a little bit. Start swinging pretty good. I took a little bit more of an aggressive line on hole number 5 here. Usually what happens is the ball kind of funnels into that where the other kid's standing over there to left, kind of pushed it out to the right and was in the rough. This is a very interesting one here. I had to basically ride the ridge up and around because the chip was almost impossible to get to stop, and that was actually a really good putt to save the par there. So I was super excited with how that up and down was. So, and then we got a par 3 here. This is probably one of the toughest ones on the course. It's just up the hill about 200, 215, and pushed this one to the right. Landed in the rough. We chipped it to about 20 feet, and we missed that one. So this is my putt for bogey right here. My videographer didn't catch the other 2 shots. But anyway, I had to pull out that awesome stinger that you guys have seen on like Instagram and TikTok. I pulled it out right there. It just goes freaking dead straight, and I love it. But we're at hole number 7 here. We have about 105 yards, I believe, and I absolutely hit this dead on the pin and had way too much spin and zipped it all the way back and down to the front of the green and left ourselves an almost impossible 2-putt up over 2 ridges and barely missed that one for par. So we're gonna 3-putt here, which is the classic Evan Thompson 3-putt. If I want to be anything in this game, I have to stop 3-putting. I feel like that's my kryptonite, especially in tournaments. But we have a par 3 here, very short one, and flew the green. Cannot be doing this on any tournament style play, and left myself with almost an impossible up and down, and somehow got it to go in for the par. So we are now 1 over. We're now 2 over through 8 holes and got a par 5 here. This one's usually a gettable one for me, usually with the driver pressing about 320, 330, and scored a 2-iron into the right fescue grass and absolutely had no shot, had a horrible lie in there, and left ourselves with a worse shot 1 foot out of the bunker, and actually hit a great shot here. I was very impressed with that, putting ourselves to about 12 to 15 feet for the par, actually, on a par 5. That's the one thing I really didn't do today very well, was play the par 5s well, and lipped out here for the par to take us to 3 over par after 9. Safe to say we fought a little bit of adversity in the first round. Just want to take you back previously from the US Open, US Am. We had a final qualifier and in the morning on Monday, and we're supposed to fly out here to New York at night, and our flight gets canceled. So the next day was the practice round for the Monroe, and we actually got delayed again there. So it put us in Rochester about 3 a.m. the day before. So this was the round we tee off about, I think, noon. So we got some sleep. We went to bed about 3:30, 4 a.m. coming from Atlanta to Rochester. And just, I felt as though I wasn't as sharp. My proximity was bad. Off the tee, I was just not as sharp. As you can see, just another ball in the rough there, and hole 10 tapped in for the par, but just wasn't as sharp tee to green. I felt as though mentally I wasn't as sharp, kind of felt like I was rushed, but anyway, no excuses. I feel like I do a good job of like just owning it, and whatever happens in life happens. And so hole number 11 here, just wanted to put that out there and kind of give you some preface into this tournament. But anyway, we are on for birdie, hole number 11 here. 30 feet up the hill, little left to right, and just left it short. These greens were rolling pretty quick, so I felt like I was pretty defensive all day, even when I had uphill ones. I should have recognized that and probably adjusted mid-round. But this is one hole that I felt like I needed to play well all day. Par 5 here, it's about 530 to 40 yards or so, depending on the tee and in the hole. We have about 225 yards here, and absolutely threw a dot right at the flag for about 7 feet for the eagle, and barely freaking missed it. That would have been huge for the round to bring us to 1 over. But that right there brings us to 2 over par through hole number 12. So right now I felt like I got a little bit of my swagger back a little bit. Got that birdie to go, and trying to keep on cruising here. Pulled this 8-iron about 5 yards. I just wanted to land it just short and give myself an uphill putt, and I had a terrible lie about a foot off the green. Couldn't really do much with that chip, and left myself with a brutal par putt swinging left to right. I feel like my tournament chipping has to improve, and I really want to document more of these rounds If you guys would, just please subscribe and comment. I love making things that people want to watch, so just let me know. I'd love to get better at this whole content thing and try to make, you know, some great videos for you guys to get better and to kind of watch somebody chasing their dream just like everyone else out there. So we got one of my favorite holes here, hole number 11 at Monroe Golf Club, straightaway par 4. I think they play this as a par 5 for the members, and just fits my fate perfectly. Just hit this one probably about 340 right down the middle. Only had about a wedge, I think a pitching wedge here from about 148, 152 I think the number was. We try to play it a little right of the flag and draw it in there. Just kind of left it out and juiced that one, actually kind of past the pin, but left ourselves with a 30-footer and actually drained this one. Got this one to go a little right to left swinger and canned it right in the back of the cup. So that one felt really good there. So that brings us to 2 over par for the round. Trying to make a push for the last 4 holes here. Great 2-iron down the middle of the fairway here on 15 and had about 125. It was a little into the breeze and tried to go right at this flag, and in hindsight I probably should never even looked at that flag, touched the flag, because look how close that is to the back edge. I mean, 3 paces, and just had no shot there. Flew the green with the wedge and had about 20 feet left for the par. Actually one of the hardest putts of the day, little right to left swinger, and just never gave it enough credit. So we're gonna tap in for the bogey, and that strictly was because of the shot selection in the fairway. This brings us to 16 par 3 here. I hit a 6-iron from 205 and probably one of the best swings of the day. Just pushed it a hair right, and you cannot do this on this style of golf course with this rough. Short side of myself again, and just almost made that chip. Just put it about 10 feet and just really didn't put ourselves in a good spot off the tee. Missed that 10-footer there to tap in for another bogey. So 2 aggressive swings from the fairway cost us big time. I mean, if I just went to the middle of the green, we would be sitting at 2 over par right here. But obviously that is, obviously come down the stretch, you got to make those right decisions, and I own up to that. So here we go, 17, another par 4, great one here. Pushed the drive a little bit to the right, gave ourselves a great look at birdie here, just barely missed it again, didn't give it enough credit. These greens were moving, they were breaking, and they were rolling pretty good, a lot quicker than the US Open, or sorry, the USAM qualifier. So we go hole 18, just trying to finish on a great note. I feel like one of the best things about my game is mentally I stay in it regardless of my score, and I feel like that's going to take me a lot in life, even outside of golf, because I always have that chip on the shoulder mentality, whether I'm 6 under or 6 over. So we have a wedge here, 128 yards I believe, and just didn't give it enough juice. Try to go just left and long of the flag, and actually went short of it. Came up about 40 feet short with that spin, and that pin's in a little like gully there, so you really got to be mindful of that putt. It's going to bring us about 2.5 feet. We're going to tap in for the 74 plus 4. Big shout out to Monroe Golf Club, the tournament committee, for having me up. Couldn't be more blessed to do this for a living, and big shout out to y'all for being here, for watching. Comment what you guys want to see. We're going to get after it on the range for round 2, and let's go, baby. First day is done. Plus 4, 74 today. Felt a little off, especially into the greens, as you guys could see. Missed it in the wrong spots pretty much the whole round. You can't do that on this course, especially a championship golf course. First round's over. I think we're in like 75th place, but it's all right. I mean, the thing is, we got 2 more rounds to try to fight back and make the cut. I'm just gonna keep my head up, keep balling. I know I can go low out here, so tomorrow we're gonna try to get up. We got 7:10 tee time, and then yeah, if you guys like the style of video of me narrating and commenting across my round and my thoughts and all the shots I had, just leave a comment. We need 100,000 followers by the end of the year, so Joe, go ahead and drop a subscribe, and shoot, round 2 tomorrow, 7:10 a.m. Let's go. See you.